Hello everyone and welcome to Flower Friday.
Hello, hello.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we're the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That's right. And today we're going to be making a eucalyptus succulent wreath. So y'all come in and watch us. This is a fun wreath to make. We love this one. And on top of that, it does happen to be one of our most popular wreaths. So y'all come in and watch it.
Yeah, hello everyone. Those of you who are watching us live, welcome. Be sure to say hi and let us know where you're watching from.
That's right. And also, you know, I ask this every week. Let us know if you make wreaths, what you're working on, because I love hearing about that.
Yeah. And if you're watching us on replay, just type that in the comments too. Type replay. And again, let us know where you are watching us from.
Yes.
Hello, Becky. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Hey, Deb. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, we hope you all are doing well. We have had rain all day here. What's it been doing where you are? It's rained off and on, not steady, but just enough if you got curly, frizzy hair for it to frizz your hair. You know, that kind of rain.
Yeah.
So,
That's always fun, huh?
Yep, always fun. So,
hey, Vicki. Hey, Regina. Welcome. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
Like she said, we're making a succulent and eucalyptus wreath today.
We are.
This wreath is very easy to make. So if you are new at making wreaths, this is a really good one. It's also great to use year-round.
Definitely.
And it pretty much goes with everything. So
yes. And this is also, if you happen to sell your wreaths, this is a great wreath to market to businesses and that kind of thing. So it's just a really great all the time wreath. Yeah. So in any occasion.
Yeah. Hey, Patty. Welcome. Hey, Cheryl. So for this wreath, all you need are some eucalyptus bushes. Now these come from Hobby Lobby.
Yes,
we're going to use about 3 of these bushes. You can probably get away with 2. And then you can use 4 if you like to use a whole lot of eucalyptus.
Yeah.
But we're going to probably use 3 today.
Yeah. And then our succulents, which are just a variety of succulents. You need 7 or 8, something like that. We even bought one. I don't think I have one here, but one of ours was like this and had that we took apart that had 3. You can just take those apart and there gives you 3 of yours that you need. But these we got from Michael's, and they just have got tons of different succulents. But you just want a variety, and you know, what do you think? 7 or 8 I think is good.
And like she said, well, first of all, these are artificial succulents.
Yes, not real. No.
But we did get these from Michael's. But I know our our Dollar Tree has succulents.
Yes, definitely.
Hobby Lobby has succulents. So anywhere that you can find some artificial succulents.
Yes, because they would work and be just as beautiful as these are in this. So.
And then we do have our grapevine wreath base.
Yes.
We're going to be using a 14-inch today. You can use an 18-inch. You can even use a 24-inch for this if you wanted a really large one.
You're just going to have more eucalyptus and more succulents.
But this one is so simple. I love this wreath. So I do hope that you guys will give this a try.
Yes. Now we've already gone ahead and cut off our eucalyptus, and when you're cutting off your bush, you do want to make sure to push all of the greenery up towards the top. Now we don't push it all the way to the top, because then it'll do
this.
Yes, it pops right off.
I just did it.
Yep. We do that a lot because we get in a hurry. But just push it, almost all the way to the top, and then just cut them off. Now, also just a little side note here. The stems that you have left over on the bush, once you cut them all off, these make great stems to hold in a little pile somewhere to use if you want to put fruit in, fake fruit into your wreath or something like that you don't have a stem on it. You can certainly just glue these stems right into that. So we always cut all of these off when we finish using the eucalyptus off of it.
Yeah, so we use them to make picks.
To make picks.
They are.
That was really the word I was trying to think of that I couldn't think of. But
they're really handy. So yes, if you have any of these and they're just left over, definitely.
Yeah, we always try to keep those. Usually have a little pile going. But the first thing we're going to do is, you know, we've checked our wreath. We make sure we've got it where it falls like we want it to. And we're going to green our wreath. So we're going to start with our cross. And we're going to put our top in. And we are using our glue skillet to dip our stems in. And this is our Sherbonder glue skillet. We love it. Now we're going to do the same thing in the bottom.
Let's see. Let me find my.
Let's see.
And like she was saying about finding how you want your base to hang, your wreath to hang, because some of these are not.
They're
even
wonky.
Yeah,
they're a little wonky. Yeah.
Just being honest.
Yeah.
So, and any grapevine you get will pretty much be like that.
Yeah.
So, like, I kind of had to look at this again to find out where I want it, where it's going to hang the best, because this is going to be a round wreath, so you want it to look round.
Exactly.
So, I am thinking that.
And sometimes you have to flip them over, look at the other side.
I think I'm going to go like
And I like to kind of hang them on something, because a lot of times you can tell if it's going to hang correctly, you know, when you hang it. So that's just something that is very... Was that yours?
Yeah, I think I was in the middle
Okay, yeah, when you did that, yeah. All right, now I'm going to put my side of my cross here, just like that. And I'm going to do my other side over here. Now once I've got my cross done, now I've got to fill in, because we're starting around the outside first with this. So we're going to fill in, but you see that I've put these pretty much straight in, but these I'm going to kind of put at an angle. So I'm just going to kind of do them like that. So they're at a little bit of an angle. And I usually use about 3 in between, but it really just depends on the size of wreath that you're using and that kind of thing. You just want to make sure that you've got your outside, you know, going really well. So I usually do my cross, and then I put 3 stems, 3 of my pieces of eucalyptus in between. And sometimes oops, that one's, the top's off of that one, so let's put that one aside. Like yep, sometimes you'll be missing little pieces of it.
Do you have a tape measure over there real quick? I just want to look at this, make sure I'm getting this aside.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we probably need to check both of them.
So, yeah, it's about 25-ish.
Okay.
From tip to tip.
Good.
Okay. So that is what
Yeah,
I'm going
because these are for some of our customers, so we do have to make sure that we've got the size the way that it's supposed to be and the size that it needs to be, so we keep our tape measure handy for that.
Hey Brandy, thank you for joining us today.
Brandy.
Happy Friday, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I have lost count how many I put in that one, so...
Oh, I don't ever count.
You don't. I don't know. It's just one of those little habit things that I got into. But she doesn't count. She just kind of puts them in.
But you know, that's just my
everybody
style.
Does it different. That's right. That's right.
And with this one, like I said, you can get away with 2 bushes, or you can do 4 bushes of the eucalyptus.
Yeah,
so really,
you can use as much or as little as you want to. That's right. If you want it to be a little airier looking, you know, you can use less. I have to move this one. I didn't get it in a good spot. Actually, it's this one that I didn't get in the right spot, so let's get that one better. All right, let's see.
hey Diane. Oh, the Bennett little guy is doing good.
He is.
He actually, his daddy came to get him right before we went on today.
Yeah, we were thinking we may have to do this with the baby again, but he got here.
He got here.
Yeah,
because Bennett was not, and if you're not familiar with us, I just had a baby a few weeks ago, so he is at that stage, and he was preemie, so he does not want to be put down right now. He likes to be held.
He does.
So we're just going with the flow right now.
Yeah, but he is such a sweet baby. He is just so sweet.
You ready to get yours all the way around?
No, I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Almost. Almost.
Yeah. And so we're going to kind of layer these greeneries, and we're going to make sure we don't have any holes at the end.
Yeah.
So if it is not perfect and go all the way around, it's fine, because we're going to go back and we're going to fill in
back
anything.
and fill in and all of that.
We're just kind of getting our size right now.
Yeah, and that's why you saw us use the tape measure to make sure that we have it the size that it needs to be. So now we're going to start putting, have you got it all the way around
Yeah,
yet?
I was just adding some extras, but yeah, I was...
All right, well, we're going to start putting some of our eucalyptus in. And this is one we're going to put right at
our succulents.
Succulents. Sorry. Getting confused there. Okay, this one we're going to put here in the bottom middle. And this stem is really thick, so we've got to just kind of work it through there. Just like that.
That's the only thing with these really thick, using succulents in general, stems can be a little tricky sometimes to get in.
Now, you can take this thick stem off, but a lot of times the stem that's on it will be just this little bitty thing, so I try to leave them on unless I just absolutely cannot get them in there like that. So, this one is going at the top. These are so pretty, and I don't know,
actually not quite where I need it.
Yeah, and this one's not. Now, this is the trickiest part of this whole wreath, is getting these put in because of the thick stems. But, just work it in and you'll get it. But, I was going to say, I absolutely love real succulents, and I keep saying I'm going to make one of those live wreaths, but I just haven't done it yet. One of these days.
But you're good with succulents.
I love them. Yeah, I've got a little pond in our front yard, a little goldfish pond, and was it last year or year before? I decided I wanted to. We have rocks. Yours broke.
It was already broken.
Well, do you need a different? I guess.
No.
Nope, it worked. Look at there. I decided we've got rock, all around, just big rocks all over it. And I decided I wanted to try to grow succulents down in the rocks because I wanted them kind of coming out of the rocks. And they have done surprisingly well. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just kind of put a little dirt in between the rocks and stuck them in there, and they have done well. So I love them. They are so, so pretty. Okay, let's see. I am going to. You got both of yours?
You can go on. I'm getting this one.
Yeah.
It's not quite where I wanted it.
I know. I had this one. I kind of have this one facing you a little bit because it was easier to get in that way. This one I am going to bring right in this area.
Oh, Martha said her daughter made a live succulent wreath for Mother's Day.
Oh, how neat. I keep saying I'm going to do that. One of these days, I am. And now just put these on either side.
You have yours even or kind of catty?
One's kind of facing up and one of them's kind of straight out. So just something like that. Okay, and then I've got these two smaller ones.
You're putting all of them in first.
Yeah, I'm just going ahead and putting them all in.
And really, this is one of those wreaths where you kind of just can do your own thing with it.
You really can.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
No, and I mean, you can add, you can take away. You could just use a couple of 2 or 3 succulents in it. I mean, you could do just about anything to this one. I'll cut off some more of my eucalyptus, and now that we've got our succulents in, we are just going to fill up the rest of it with eucalyptus. So,
yeah, so really it is just a simple wreath to make, and I mean,
but yet
it's so
it makes
pretty.
a big statement.
Yeah, when you get it done, it's so pretty.
I can't tell you how many people have said something about this wreath thinking that, you know, it's real elaborate because of the look of it, but it's not. But that's just our secret.
Yeah, we're going to say it's so hard to make.
Yeah, it's so
hard to
difficult. Yeah, let's all just pretend. Okay, so now I want to kind of fill in around, and you know, I've got my one layer going around the outside, so this layer is going to come in between and in the middle just to fill in. So I'm going to start over here on this side, and you see I am still putting it in at an angle.
Yeah, and you do want to make sure that you're kind of coming around the succulents with it, because you really want to just fill it up with this eucalyptus. Make it look really natural.
You want it to look like the succulents are just growing out of the eucalyptus. So just kind of pull them around, pull the eucalyptus around, and this is a fun wreath to make.
Especially if you love succulents, and
yes,
I do.
And I do too. I guess I love them so much because you don't have to do so much to them. You don't have to, you know, worry about watering them every single day, and you know, that kind of thing. And I don't need anything that I have to water all the time.
Well, and you definitely don't have to worry about watering this wreath.
No, this one you don't have to water at all. But I mean succulents.
And that's why I love artificial wreaths.
That's the reason for artificial.
Because if I have to water it,
yeah. Well, I don't know.
It might not
She's
make it.
doing great with her garden.
well, my vegetables, they're different, but
Yeah.
flowers, that's why I work with artificial.
That's right. I've always loved artificial for that reason. Okay. And now you could do this a little different. You could go ahead and make your whole eucalyptus wreath and then put in the succulents, but you will see that you'll use a lot more eucalyptus doing it that way, I think. Don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So if you want to keep it down to where you don't use quite as much, then it's better to put your succulents in first. We've had a lot of people ask us, Amanda, how the girls are doing with the baby.
They're doing good. They're like, they think that he is their little baby doll.
They really do, especially Olivia, her now her middle child. That's weird, isn't it? She was the youngest, now she's the middle child.
Yeah,
but she just wants to do everything with him.
Yeah, and she just had a birthday last week.
Yeah.
She turned 6.
Yeah, so. She did.
So she's our little mama. But they both love him.
They both love him. They sure do. So that's good. And of course he is very lovable. So no wonder.
Barbara, we used eucalyptus from Hobby Lobby. Martha said she sprays her real succulent wreath with a spray bottle of water about every 4 to 5 days.
Oh yeah, I've heard. That's what I've read. Was that Barbara?
No,
who was that?
Martha.
Martha,
I think.
Do you grow succulents like just in pots or anything? And if so, do you have to water the wreath less, more,
The
or
wreath.
about, yeah, she said, didn't she say she
Oh,
made
yeah,
a succulent
yeah.
wreath? Yeah, do you have to water it less or more than those in the pots, or the same? I've just always been curious about that.
Hey, Jordan. Thank you for joining us. Michelle, I'm feeling good. Yes, thank you for asking. Well, except for the lack of sleep.
Yeah, the lack of sleep.
But considering
I think
have a
she's
newborn,
doing great, don't y'all? Considering that she's not getting very much.
I may not be making a lot of sense. I don't know, but
I have caught her a
feeling
few
good.
times doing a little things that I just kind of look at her and she says, "What was I doing?" And I was like, "No, I don't know, not that."
I don't know. You
But she's done good.
don't know if you're coming or going those
I
first.
know those first. Oh my goodness,
Even a
do
few
I
months, I guess.
remember? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been 6 years since I had a baby. So.
What in the world is that? Oh, that was a piece of greenery stuck to this. I kept thinking, what is that? There we go.
So I am actually having to dip into my fourth.
I'm dipping
Bush.
into my fourth now too because I made it. I wanted it thicker.
But
so.
I actually prefer to only have to use 3.
Yeah.
But I guess it's going to be 3.5 today.
Well, I'm cutting the whole thing off, so we'll see.
These were kind of big wreaths too.
Yes, these were.
But if you guys like succulents, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
And if you are a green thumb,
let
us know in
let
the
us know
comments.
that.
What's it
yes.
called if you're not a black thumb? Is that
Black
what it's called?
thumb, yeah.
Let us know if you're a green or a black. But now I can grow some veggies. I
She
will
really
tell you
can
that.
now. She and that I have to admit surprised me. I didn't think when she first told me she was going to have a garden. I thought,
Well,
okay, but she did
All right,
great.
now I will say my husband, he does help a lot. So
Yes, he does,
maybe,
but she does a lot.
maybe
too.
he's the reason why we have a nice vegetable garden.
Well, I don't know. I think you do great. And the girls help a little.
They pick it, yeah.
Yeah, they like getting out there and doing that. And was it Olivia that grew the
Oh,
carrots?
actually, Stella.
Stella and
No, Olivia's growing carrots,
yeah,
and
from
she
seeds.
planted those from seeds.
Yeah,
And Stella's growing some cucumbers from seeds. So they are helping.
yes. How cute. I think things like that are so good for kids, don't y'all? To do stuff like that.
Okay, so we got some green thumbs in here. That's good.
Yay!
We got some black thumbs too. So I'm not alone.
Yep. I'm kind of actually probably in between,
You're
don't
probably
you
a
think?
green.
I don't know. I can grow some.
Yeah, she has really pretty flowers. If she hasn't
Yes,
shown
my
them to y'all,
outside,
she should.
yeah, my outside flowers I do pretty well on. It's the anytime I try to grow something in the house, that's where I really have trouble, like house plants. In fact, I have a peace lily that I'm trying my best to keep alive. That has been an ordeal, but I'm trying. So if anybody has any advice about peace lilies, tell me.
So we're still just filling up with the eucalyptus. Somebody was asking too about the eucalyptus. It's just called, actually, you know what?
It's not. It's called eucalyptus and
berries.
beechwood berries.
That's what it's called.
Yep. At Hobby Lobby, eucalyptus and beechwood berries, and I've actually got the number here that I think you can pull it up if you go to hobbylobby.com. I think you can pull it up by putting this in the search bar, but it is W. Is that an O or a 0?
I think it's a 0.
Okay, W04444121. Or maybe it's this number. Scratch that. Let's try this
Why don't you
number. Try them both.
I'll write down both numbers. If you're looking for the number, write down both.
Yes.
And then
Yes, so you got the first one, which was W04444121. Okay, now this is the one that's on the front, and I think that's the one, but it is 402-198. So hopefully,
and I'll try to put the link.
The link, yeah, because hopefully you can pull it up like that.
And technically, I mean, you could use boxwood
Yeah,
for this
sure
if you did not want to use the eucalyptus, or if you can't find it, you could use boxwood. There are other eucalyptus that you could probably use. This is just our favorite.
This is our very favorite, by far. Love this eucalyptus. Okay, I'm going to turn mine this way to see what I might need to do here. I'm going to put a top on this one, where my little top
yeah,
came
one of mine
off.
fell off over there too.
Yep.
And I like to even put some eucalyptus in between the ones. If I use ones that are connected, I like to put some eucalyptus
In between and have them come through. I like that.
Just do like a wild, you know, it's like they're growing in the wild.
Yeah.
Debbie says, okay, so here's some tips for your peace lily.
Okay, please.
Let's see. Yvette says, peace lilies like a lot of light.
Okay, I did not know that. So good. All right.
Okay, and then Debbie said, do not water your peace lily. Do not overwater.
That's what I think I'm guilty of right there.
They're easy to take care of because they'll droop when they need to be watered. So I guess you just wait for it to droop.
Wait for them to droop and then
you know it needs
water them. Okay. Okay.
Well, thank y'all for the tips.
Y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I think that I think I'm overwatering it. I believe that's what I'm doing.
Genevieve says she would love to do a succulent wreath. Yes, you
yes,
need to.
try it. You see, they are not difficult.
Really,
not difficult
you know,
at all.
You're just filling up with the boxwood. I mean, the eucalyptus. You're just filling it up with the eucalyptus, and then
that one just
you can use as few or as many of the succulents. And I would check your Dollar Tree and see if your Dollar Tree has the succulents, because ours had them. And I love these from Michael's, but I'll just be honest.
They're a lot more expensive.
They looked almost identical.
They sure did.
And they were a fraction of the price. So
one of my pieces of eucalyptus fell apart, and I can't figure out which one it is. So that's what I'm looking for.
What happened?
See. Oh, there it is. One of my eucalyptuses fell apart. So I've got to fix it. Okay.
Kathy said she has a peace lily from her brother's funeral in 2004, and it's still doing very well.
Wow, from 2004. That is impressive.
Yeah, and I think earlier someone said they have one for like 20 years.
You are kidding. Do you ever put it outside? Somebody told me to try putting mine, because I told you I'm not great at this, and somebody told me to try putting mine outside. So, do you ever put it outside? And if so, what kind of temperature?
What do you mean temperature?
Like how is your temperature outside when you put it outside?
Because I thought they were indoor plants.
Well, they are, but somebody said that, I can't remember now who told me this. Somebody I was complaining to because I was having trouble with it. And they said to put it outside some, that, but I can't remember now. I think she said to put it in the shade, but just let it stay out when the temperatures are kind of warm but not too hot. So y'all tell me if that's okay.
Kathy said no, because she doesn't want to get bugs in it. So that's a good thought, too.
That's true. That's true. And I'm sure we would.
And Brandy says Big Lots has some that were reasonable and very nice quality. I think she's talking about the
succulents. Great. So if you've got a Big Lots near you, check there. These are just some. I've got a big old pot of them here, as you see. that I have gotten. We have got all kinds.
I was thinking that I think that this one, like if you did a crescent and you put 2 focals of the big and then kind of had the eucalyptus going around the side, I think that would look good.
Wouldn't that be cool?
So, because I was thinking,
we just may have to try that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty because these are so pretty, but they're just. I ordered them online and they were just a lot larger than I was expecting. So that's a good idea. See, that would be pretty, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I threw that one.
You threw it on the floor. There we go.
Yeah,
but we've got these, and I thought about using these, but we'll use these for something because I just think those are kind of neat. Mm-hmm. You know, they look like a little cartoon character with the
green sea urchin.
Yeah, they do. Or there's a little cartoon character that has hair like this. I can't think who it is now, but that was the first thing I thought of when I saw that.
They're cute.
But they're cute. And then we've got these small ones. I can't think. Are those the chick? What are they? Hen and chicks? Maybe? I guess those are probably hen and chicks. Those are cute. So there's all kinds of succulents. I even like this one. It's just, I don't know exactly what this one is, but I think that one's pretty.
Those look like kind of what you have growing.
They do, don't they?
The sedum or something. How do you say that?
It's sedum. Mm-hmm. I bet that's what that is. Mm-hmm. I bet that's what that is. I wish they would name them, you know, put them on the label so that you would know exactly. Maybe they think if you're buying them, you know what they are. And then look at that one that's got several. Pretty. Isn't that one pretty? I love that. Anyway.
And you can use, I mean, like, you could use whatever ones you wanted to use. You have fun with it.
Yep, you really could.
If you wanted to use some of the pink ones with the color, I think those would be pretty too.
They would. They really would be pretty. And you could use, you know, you could put a bow if you wanted to. Now, we don't on it, but you certainly could. A burlap bow would be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely stay with something natural.
I wouldn't do like a big anything. I'm with you. I think I would stay real natural with it. But now I know some of you, if you've never watched us before, you're wondering about the fact that we've got stems everywhere. And we do. So we just go through the back now and just cut all of our stems off. And get it to where we cut them as close to the grapevine as we can possibly get, and just clean them up good, and then they're done.
Now this probably takes.
And then we put them in a box and ship them.
Yeah, this one takes a little bit more time to get all these cut off.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them usually.
But that's okay.
Yep. So y'all will have to try to make this. Because, like we said, it is easy. Now, I told you about, see how that's a fairly decent size for a pick. So we just cut these off and keep a little pile of these because you can certainly use them as picks. And they definitely come in handy. And these are so thick that they hold up well. So that's what we do.
Ellen said, do you add a hanger wire to it? Yeah, we will.
We will on this one. Some of our wreaths we don't, unless the customer asks us to. But on anything like this that might be hard to tell what's the top and what's the bottom, we always put a hanger on those. Because we don't want them hanging them wrong.
Yeah, and do we have any? We just use the grapevine covered
wire.
Yeah,
just the covered. I don't have it here, but we just use but you could use that, the covered grapevine wire. And if you search at hobbylobby.com, it's called grapevine wire. And we use that. Or you could simply use a pipe cleaner if you wanted to, something like that, but we like that wire.
Yeah. Brandy said, can clippers be sharpened? Hers are getting dull.
You know, they can.
They probably can, but we never do.
I think yeah, we don't. we usually just buy new ones, but they actually can be sharpened. But you would have to, like, find out how to do all that, because I don't have a clue, but they can be.
Because we're a little lazy for that.
Yes,
we'll just buy new ones.
We'll just get new ones, yeah.
And mine are at the point where
these are getting that way.
I was just thinking, I mean, I've had these for a long time. And
yeah,
I was just thinking when I was clipping that back, I was thinking, it's about time for a new pair.
And you know, the problem is we will get new ones, and I'll still grab these old ones because they're broke in good, and they just you know how that is, and so that may be a problem. But we do need to get some new ones.
Yeah, Brandy, just buy some new ones. Unless you can.
I've got a ton over here in a bucket because we've bought all kinds, but these are our favorite.
Barbara said, I have the glue pot and I love it, but I'm still having issues with the stems not being stuck in good.
Are you trying to put them straight in, Barbara, or are you weaving them in now? Because you know your grapevine comes around and around and around in different sections, so you have to make sure that when you put that you glue the stem, that you don't just put it straight in or even just to the side. You've got to weave it through several of those pieces and then get it where you want it, because that's what's going to make it stick, is if you've got it weaved in.
Yeah, and make sure you're using a good bit of glue.
Yes.
Now, I probably
she uses way more.
I probably use more than is necessary, but
she does.
I just am determined that my wreaths, once I put it in there, they're not going anywhere.
And trust me, they don't, because sometimes I've gone behind her and want to change something, pull something out, and you're not getting them out once she puts them in.
Yeah, but I would make sure that you're using a good, you want to get a good bit of glue.
You want to get a lot of glue.
And you want to make sure that it's hot enough, but not too hot. If you're using the glue skillet, if it starts smoking and it's really watery, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
And it won't stick well. It's got to be kind of tacky. And now this is almost, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but it's kind of tacky.
Kind of a medium. It still kind of falls pretty good, but it's still kind of tacky and kind of
tacky
thick.
And thicker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
almost
you
like
do want it.
Almost like honey.
Yeah.
The
yes,
consistency
that's good.
of honey.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So I hope that's helpful for you, Barbara.
I hope that'll help you.
Sue said an industrial farm machinery store would be able to sharpen your tools.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Hey, we live around some of those, so
we
never
do.
thought about that.
Yeah. I'll probably still just buy them, but yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's see. Yeah, Brandy says she uses a lot of glue too, and she can't get those suckers out. She has to cut them out. That's how I am.
That's exactly, yes.
Because I like to know when I put it in, it's staying.
It's staying, and hers do. And we have people all the time say, "Well, what about the outside and they melt in the sun and everything falls off?" We have yet to ever have that happen. I mean,
but we live in Alabama. It's pretty hot,
and it's hot. We live in Alabama. The sun. It's literally from what time? 3 o'clock in the afternoon until the sun goes down. It is beating on one of my wreaths, and they never move. So, yep.
Let's see. Annette says that she lives in Pennsylvania, and they put their peace lilies outside during the spring and summer months when the temperature's above 50 degrees, and they're blooming now.
Wow. Well, now, okay. So, how hot does it get too hot? Is there ever like a temperature? Because in Alabama it gets in the 90s.
It gets,
but
in August.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 100 in August and even the 1st of September. But somebody told me to keep them in the shade, like under some trees and stuff like that. But that they would do good this time of year outside. So tell me that can it be too hot for them?
So we need some peace lily experts.
Yes,
apparently.
we do, because this has been driving me crazy, because I killed the last one, and this one I won't it to live. So I've tried my best.
Yeah.
So.
And don't ask me, because like I said, there's a reason that I work with artificial.
Yes, and
floral.
I do prefer artificial too, because, you know, all I have to do with those is dust them a little bit. Use my blow dryer and blow off the dust a little bit, and that's it. So,
well,
I like that.
I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. These are so fun to make.
They are fun, and look how pretty they turn out. They really are great for year-round.
Yeah, and they're so easy. I'm telling you, the hardest part, honestly, is if you have a real thick stem on the succulent, getting it in there.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
We also, do we have an old tool over there?
Yes, we do. We have this that we got from jmariedesigned.com, and it's a wreath buddy, and you can, you know, pry the grapevine apart to put the stem in it. So these work great too.
So yeah, we could have probably used those and made it a little bit easier.
We could have. And it is www.jmarie, M-A-R-I-E, designed, DESIGNED.com.
But again, the hardest part is putting the succulents in. And then the rest, you're really just filling up with the eucalyptus. So it's very simple to make.
Yes.
And I mean, somebody would look at it and they would think
that it
wow,
was very difficult. I tell you something else. You could do this, like she said earlier, with boxwood. You could do it with lamb's ear if you wanted more of that farmhousey type thing.
That would be pretty,
you know,
actually.
that would be pretty. You know, there's a lot you could do with this, and something doesn't have to be extremely difficult to be beautiful. So,
yeah, and to really make a statement.
Yes.
Because these do.
Yes.
For sure.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. I hope that you'll give it a try, too.
I do, too. We'd love to hear if you do try it. Let us know.
And thank y'all so much for joining us today for Flower Friday.
That's right.
We are live every Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for Flower Friday Live. So y'all be sure to join us next week. We'll have a fun project.
Yes, we will. And we do still have our Design with the Pros Club open. So if you want to learn more detailed how to make wreaths with wow factor and learn how to sell those, you know, or if you just don't care about selling them, you just want to learn how to make them for yourself and your friends, come join us. We'd love to have you, and you can find out all the information on our website at www.gracemonroehome.com. When you get there, just look in the top right corner where it says Join
the Club,
and click right there. And we would love to have you. We have a lot of wonderful people in there with us.
And if you're watching us on Facebook, y'all be sure to follow our Facebook page so that you do get notified and know when we are live. If you are watching us on YouTube, y'all please click the subscribe button and click that little bell so you get notifications.
That's right.
We thank y'all so much for joining us today.
Yes, we do.
And we will see you next Friday.
Yes, y'all have a blessed weekend.
Bye, guys.
Go do something fun.
Yes. See you later.
Bye, y'all.